Come in, come in, come in. Let's get this quick live stream on this Sunday morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Credit and Cash Flow and Crypto Queendom Show. Right? Queendom Show, the credit, crypto, and cash flow. Queendom Show. That can be tongue twisting. So come in, drop your city and state. Let's say hello, right? Or just say hello. And let's talk about the stimulus, why many Americans that need it desperately may not qualify for the stimulus. And let's start the 5 minutes of fame. So come in again, say hello, or just drop your city and state. Let me give you something to watch as we set up the 5 minutes of fame, something to listen to as I set up my other platforms as well, right? Hello, Patrick is already in, doing a wonderful job teaching. Love you. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Have a wonderful day too as well, Patrick, my king. Hello, Donald from Durham, North Carolina. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Carolyn. Hello to you as well. Hello, Carolyn. Willie is in the credit and crypto cash flow queendom cash classroom. That's tongue twisting to say that, right? We got Florida. Hello, Florida is in. Hello, Florida. As you all are coming in, make sure that you not only say hello, but hit that like button, right? Drop your city and state, hit the like button, or just say hello. But make sure whatever platform that you're watching on, whether it's Facebook, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. YouTube, you can share as well on YouTube and get out of the live chat real quick. Hit the like button and get back in the live chat and say hello, right? If you're on Periscope, my views are really picking up. I don't know if that's good or bad because Periscope is moving to Twitter at the end of March of this month, but Periscope, show some digital love, hit those hearts, and let's get more people in, right? We're changing the financial game plan, helping you to change your financial game plan. Hello, hello, hello. I can't pronounce your name, but I love your avatar picture. We have Greensboro. We have 30 people in, so make sure for every one person that hit the thumbs up, especially on YouTube, right? You can invite 20 to 30 people in. Greensboro, North Carolina. Hello, Deborah from Florida, right? Okay, King Arthur, I can get that. I can get that from Cali. Hello to you. Hello, King Arthur from Cali. Hello, Candy Brown is in the credit, crypto, and cash flow queendom classroom, right? And we got Candy in. Hello from Vegas, Nevada. Hello, Garcia. Hello. And we have Mississippi in. Hello, Mississippi. Richland, Mississippi, right? Nia, hello, Nia from ATL. Thank you so much. She said she's loved what I'm doing, sis. Appreciate that, Queen. Right. I do appreciate that as well. And let me just give you all something to visualize. We have like 60 seconds. So 60 seconds. And as I continue to do the 5 minutes of fame, let's do some affirmations real quick.
I love being rich. I see myself being rich. I enjoy making money. I see money-making opportunities everywhere.
Hello, Cliff from Los Angeles. Hello, Cliff.
I have more money than I could ever dream of. I am always thinking of new ways to make more money. I feel rich. I am a money magnet. Money is good. I love money, and money loves me. My income grows higher and higher every day. My bank balance increases every day. I have a millionaire mindset. Every day, I attract more money. I am focused on becoming rich. Attracting money is easy. I love having money. The more value I add to others, the more money I make.
Right. The more value you add to others, the more money you'll make, right?
I am the type of person that makes a lot of money.
Good morning from California.
It comes to me easily and effortlessly. Everything I do makes me more money.
Thank you for the hearts on Periscope.
So I can live like others can. I think like a millionaire. I act like a millionaire. I feel like a millionaire. I am committed to having lots of money. I was born to be rich. I am rich. I am wealthy. I love being rich. All right, so just want to get some positive affirmations for a lot of people that say, well, it's not about the money. I don't have to be a millionaire. You might don't have to be, but I feel like I have to be because of my purpose, right? Especially where we are heading into this economy, helping free people financially, right? The first thing of having or ending money problems or money issue is having the right mindset subconsciously about money. So whether that's your goal to become a millionaire or become richer, right? You have to subconsciously attract yourself to a higher level subconsciously and have the right mindset about money, right? You can't think, for example, that money is for the love of money is the root of all evil and yet pray for it or work overtime for it or work 2 or 3 jobs for it, right? You can't think the love of money is the root of all evil and yet continue to work 2 or 3 jobs for it or get excited about a stimulus. How can you be excited about a stimulus if you think the love of money is the root of all evil, right? Why does $1,400 stimulus make you rich? Not make you rich, right? Won't do that. Why does it make you happy? Why does a $1,400 stimulus make you happy? If you believe the love of money is the root of all evil, if you believe that people that earn 80,000 a year income, right, before taxes, not after taxes, that they don't deserve $1,400, which is just a drop in the bucket, right? If, as I heard a mentor say, if money doesn't make you happy, you're shopping at the wrong places, right? But if the lack of money doesn't cause some type of irritability and unhappiness, that should be an issue. If you having a lack of money and finances doesn't cause some type of irritability, right? Some type of unhappiness, some type of uncomfortableness, if that doesn't make you uncomfortable, if that doesn't raise your stress level, that should be an issue. So let's get into the topic. Right, it is Sunday, so we pretty much had credit church right then and there. So I read this CNN article, wanted to share with you all, my followers, that if I can, how do I get this off? Give me 1 second. Might have to minimize the screen. Okay, there we go. Give me 1 second. I have an ad here that I don't want to see. I'm trying to take off from the article, so we may have to do it with the ad showing, right? But let's get into this, right? Let's get into this. Make sure you all hit the thumbs up, right? Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Share this. And some struggling Americans
Also on Facebook and Periscope, pump those hearts, show some digital love, right? Um, some struggling Americans aren't getting the stimulus they were promised. Here's why, right? Some financially struggling Americans, this is the thing, who owe back taxes will miss out on the stimulus payment unless the Internal Revenue Services decides to change its rule. The problem is, or it will affect 8 million households that didn't get money sent directly to them, most commonly because the IRS didn't have their correct information on file, even though they're eligible, right? It's not a question of eligibility. They are eligible. Um, they did they are not they will now have to claim it on their 2020 tax return. And if you owe back taxes, right, or certain kinds of debt, this is what was a red flag for me. It's not specified what debt, right? It says if you owe back taxes or certain kinds of debt. What debt will this be? The IRS is taking that out of stimulus payment. So I'm hoping it's not debt collectors, bill collection debt, right? Or any type of garnishment. It doesn't specify. The article goes on to read, it has been more than a month since taxpayer advocate services and independent organization within the IRS called attention to this issue. It argued that the agency could find a way to make sure people receive money as intended. The issue is a problem with the law is a problem with the law that the IRS have created, right? The National Taxpayer Advocate goes on to say, adding that the rug is being, this is not my words, this is this article words. The rug is being pulled out from eligible individuals with outstanding debts. The rug is being pulled out from under eligible individuals with outstanding debts. The agency is reviewing what might be possible, right? Yet people who have filed their 2020 tax returns could have already lost out on this cash and they won't have any way to get it back. So it won't be a way to redeem it or get it back. So millions of Americans, 8 millions approximately, right? That if they owe IRS debt, and this is for a lot of people with the first round of the stimulus, right? That do owe IRS debt already because they did not get taxes or they didn't get tax from their unemployment. And they are in a situation now where they owe those taxes for the year. So if those taxes are not paid, right, from the unemployment received in 2020, if those taxes are not paid with good standing, then that stimulus or the $1,400 stimulus will be applied for that tax debt. And so I shared with you all yesterday that millions of Americans owe back taxes because they did not get their unemployment tax. Unbelievable, right? Also, another debt that's possibly will take place if you are delinquent on your child support. So if you're delinquent on your child support, that money will also be offset for old child support. So that may be the other debt that it was referring to, right? So a lot of people will miss out on this money, right? Many low-income Americans who normally don't file taxes will miss out. Many people that try to hide their cash earnings will miss out as well, right? And maybe some people who have moved or changed their bank accounts recently, right, can also fall in the cracks of this. So the stimulus payment is technically a tax credit, right? It's a tax credit that's known as the recovery rebate credit. And tax credits are allowed to offset certain debts, right? So those who already received the stimulus money, you don't have to worry about it being taken back from you. But this loophole could resurface for people who are due to the expected or who are expecting a third round of stimulus checks right now. It's being debated by Congress. And if you know about these stimulus checks, also your child tax credits were increased as well. So it will wipe out of all of that. And you can't reclaim it, right? Um, right now, if you fall in those categories, you're left with a little bit no recourse because according to this article, the refund allows people experience economic hardship to apply for a waiver so they can still receive a tax refund. However, it's not guaranteed. And there's only a small window to apply. So the small window is between your 2020 filings tax return and receiving the refund or your tax bill. Right? So let's look at some comments. Just want to bring you that news. Thank you, Cody. Say smash the like button. Thank you so much. Jesus says, can everyone, oh, thank you. Please hit the like button. 323 people watching, only 20 likes. Let's prove the community that 323 are watching. And Jesus, that's an accumulation of my other platforms too, Facebook and Periscope. So that's an accumulation. But please do hit the like button as well. White boy says, let's go. I just paid off my student loans a month ago. White boy, you know, I do have some, maybe a difference of thoughts, of opinion about that. Because what I've been informing people that once this currency system is reset, right, and cryptocurrency and digital dollars and the Fed shifts from debt-based money, which is the cash, the dollar, to debt-free money, meaning that the government no longer has to um, get an interest loan from the government to issue out cash dollar or electronic dollar, right? That the debt that exists under the old currency system will be reset as well. So a lot of people that's been hustling to pay off debts versus using that money to invest into the new standard of digital cash, which is cryptocurrency, I really feel like they are falling behind or they're going to get left behind because that money could have grown at a expeditious rate and they could have increased their that cash. My example that I've been providing for people is if you would have invested, right? I do appreciate the people coming in and showing 400 now. So make sure you all hit like, right? If you're on the YouTube platform, please hit the like button. But the example that I have been providing is that the $1,200 stimulus invested in Bitcoin last year between April and May would have brought back a return on your investment of over a 680% return on your investment of over $9,000. Right? The same $1,200 invested into Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency or blockchain technology, right? Would have gave you 1,000 times return or 1,000x return, and that return would have been over $13,500, right? So, is it really your advantage to be debt free once this currency system resets and would have reset? Thank you, Periscope, for the hearts. Digital Love on Periscope, and would have reset the currency system where you could have took that money and invested, right? And got it. I mean, because just let's be honest, the interest rate on a credit card, even a vehicle, even if the vehicle was financed at 20% interest, would not have brought you a 600% or 1,000 times return. Let's be honest. So you could have paid off that debt and have some money left over. Right. It is Sunday. Let's go into Credit Church. Thank you, Periscope, for the hearts. Is the same scenario of the widow woman, right? I believe the Bible is the number one book on prosperity and financing. It is the same scenario of the widow woman in 2 Kings chapter 4, who Elijah, the prophet, told her to start a home-based business. And then once she had a higher return on her investment by using her credit, she went and borrowed pots to fill with oil to start a home-based business. And once she increased her income, then she was told to pay off her debt and then live off the rest. So you could have grown that money at a 600% or 1,000% interest rate, then paid off your debt and still had possibly some more to live off the rest, because we know that student loan debt is usually maybe 5 or 6% on the high end interest rate. On the low end, it's way cheaper than that. And so your interest on your debt is no way higher than a 600 or 1,000 return on your investment if had you took that same mindset and just flipped it and invest in cryptocurrency, right? So Bitcoin, many are predicting, speaking of cryptocurrency, that Bitcoin by April the 18th, right, will reach 100K. Where is this coming from, Queen? Well, based on the last halving, right, of 2017, if it goes on that same path, right, then 100K is expected by mid-March for Bitcoin. So many people are saying that even at Bitcoin again reach, and let me log out real quick and share these numbers with you all. I told you Thursday of last week that Bitcoin over this weekend will hit 50K again. Someone came on my live stream and said Bitcoin by April will be at 37,000. His name was Frankie, or her name was Frankie. I haven't seen him back since. And I stopped in my live stream and told him, no, that's not true. And that Bitcoin by the weekend will be back at 50,000, and it's at 50,881. It's up 5%. And again, you have Ethereum, which is a sleeping giant. A sleeping giant is at 1,671. Right? I could click on these links and do chain link price analysis, Aave dash price analysis for you all. I may do that later on tonight. I might do a second live stream. So Ethereum whales are making moves, right? What does this mean? I can click on that article and share that with you all. What does that mean for its price? Again, Ethereum is a sleeping giant, and then we will go back to Bitcoin hitting 100K by mid-March, right? And many people is saying that if you have thousands of dollars, which many people don't, right, to get into Bitcoin, that the many people's that's receiving the stimulus, for example, has to have $75,000 or below income. So their annual income is around about the price of a Bitcoin right now. So I'm in no way suggesting for those people with that income level, right, that now is a good time to buy income. But if you are a thousandaire or already a millionaire, then this will be a Bitcoin under 100K is a good price point for those people with those financial status to get in. So Ethereum whales are making a move. What this means for its price, right? Ether's value has moved fast over the past 24 hours, breaching above 1500s towards the late hours on March 5th. The asset managed to position itself above $1,600 within the last 24 hours. Ethereum is currently pushing toward 1700 mark at this present time, while most altcoins are far behind, right, on the daily returns. Ether jumping above 1680 for the first time in close weeks. Reported that Wells trades have made their position known. Right, Wells are big companies or people with millionaire status or thousandaires that come in and invest in a crypto. Right, so according to data, Ethereum 10K plus people that have 10,000 more holders are currently responsible for 68.6% of the supply. While this was the highest percentage owned by Wells since November 2017, addresses holding between 10 and 10K Ethereum dropped down to its lowest accumulation since September of 2017. As indicated, this has radically shifted over the past 3.5 years, that there might be concerns, right, concerning the network going forward. However, this data does not suggest that. So you can look at the chart where Ethereum and its hash rate chart right now, right, where Ethereum and its production since 20, going into 21 since 2018, right? And so nothing but escalating. Ethereum, in my prediction, is a sleeping giant. It will do well as well within this bull run. And then let's look at Bitcoin real quick, hitting maybe or going to 100K. Also, stock market will crash next month as well. Number one, the stock market has to do a reset, right? Um, Many people discuss utility when it comes to cryptocurrency, or purpose when it comes to cryptocurrency, right? They don't look at the stocks that's in the stock market that are not changing, right, for 2022 economy, that 60% of jobs are going to be replaced by artificial intelligence, right? Meaning robots and machines. And so you have a lot of stocks that are not shifting, right? That will not be beneficial to the stock market. Also, Jerome Powell finally hinted that we will experience inflation after saying months that there will be no inflation. He finally hinted that we will experience inflation. And now you have another 8 million Americans who will not be a part of the stimulus, right, due to back taxes or child support or other debts. So they will not receive the $1,400 stimulus, right? Now you're going to have the dollar. The dollar, I think, in my opinion, may be around for 6 more months at the most, maybe 6 months. But during this transition of the dollar from physical dollar usage to cryptocurrency, the dollar is going to go through a massive hyperinflation, meaning you're going to see pricings um, even higher. You already had gas and grocery prices high. You're going to see it even higher now, right? Which means people are going to continue to lose trust in the dollar. But the biggest thing about the stock market crash that I think that the poor working middle class and the middle class is not understanding is that's going to affect your pension and 401ks. And years of your labor will be wiped out when the stock market crash. So the stock market is going to do a reset as well, meaning that stocks will be held on the blockchain technology, right? The stock market will no longer be controlled by a company or entity like Robinhood, right? And that it's going to be more of a decentralized platform. So once inflation occurs, that means the treasury will not only will the dollar begin to lose its world reserve status or position of power, other countries will not accept it. They don't want it. They're changing to digital as well. But now the treasury will not invest in the treasury bonds, which affects the stock market and affects your local banks, commercial banks, because banks cannot invest in stocks. They can only invest in bonds. 80% of bank investing is in the bond market. So once the bond market begins to fail, as well as the dollar, so goes the stock market. And as the stock market is declining, the people are going to move and shift their money out into cryptocurrency, right? And so, thank you so much. I do appreciate your kind comments and your words. Real Life said, "What happened to Dogecoin? What do you mean? Has Dogecoin took a dip or something? What happened to Dogecoin?" So, last thing, um, I want to share with you about Bitcoin reaching 100K. And let me see where Dogecoin is. Something might happen. Why it's still number 14, and Dogecoin is currently up almost 2% on the day. So I don't really know what you're asking me about. What happened to Doge? It's up 2%, almost 1.6%, not 2% on the day. So it is in the green, but a lot of big things for Doge. Sports teams are adopting Doge more. Elon Musk is creating a Doge coin city in Texas. Dallas Mavericks have started accepting Doge's payments, and other sporting and sports are adopting it as well, right? From NASCAR, I think that event is scheduled to take on today. And Mark Cuban wants it to be more adopted into the NBA community as well. So great news for Doge moving forward in the future. So Bitcoin, 100K, according to this article, is stating it doesn't matter. Many people have missed the point. However, I still believe it will reach that mark by mid-April, right? Or definitely by this year. So people think the price of each coin Bitcoin hitting 100K is the end game, right? While the rise in its value is nice for early adopters, it that they're saying that you completely missed the point, right? So Bitcoin is a different way of thinking. This is what I've been trying to teach and educate people. If Bitcoin keeps accelerating in adoption, then the foundation of society is going to change. Society is built on centralization. Society is set up by governments. Society is made up of races limited by borders. Bitcoin does not have borders, right? This is what I've been trying to tell you all concerning the difference of centralization and decentralization. There is no office for Bitcoin, right? The creator of Bitcoin is a mystery, but that's a good thing. It could be me. It could be Wonder Woman, right? Um, you're free to buy Bitcoin. You're free to transact in Bitcoin. People get easily caught up in the cycle of Bitcoin or forex trading, um, but they don't get the point, right? Bitcoin doesn't care if you become rich. It doesn't care if you become a millionaire out of it, right? The idea that money created out of thin air to a small group of people to inflate the stock market is, fundamentally wrong, right? The idea that home should cost a lifetime worth of your labor is fundamentally wrong as well. The idea that when the stock market crash, people are going to lose years off their labor and to their jobs, their 401ks and pension is wrong, right? The idea that with Bitcoin you can send money to anywhere in the world, that's not the point, right? That's not the point. The idea that you can flip Bitcoin into cash when cash is devaluating, and we're going to see a cashless society going into 2022 is wrong. That's not the point, right? That's not the point. The point is Bitcoin is a decentralized currency. And the purpose of Bitcoin and its value of digital gold um, is so that you have no government control, right? It's not to buy a Tesla or your new vehicle. Is that so you can have some freedom worldwide with an accepted currency. The same idea concept comes from gold and silver. You can go anywhere in the world and they will accept gold and silver. It allows you to expand out if you're in the United States, for example, outside of the United States, if you want to relocate, right? And so, and I know people love the United States, but you might want to relocate to Puerto Rico or Wyoming. That's, you know, very tax friendly when it comes to Bitcoin. So, stocks, right? It's record highs, even 400% high going into last year. It's going to be corrected. Gold is it's going to be expensive. About the price of Ethereum, around $2,500 soon, probably within the next 60 days. For a lot of poor working middle class, real estate is a good option, right? If you have the upfront cost, but if you don't have the credit, then it's not. And we're going to experience a global property bubble. Bonds, I'm telling you, the bond market is going to fail because the United States will not be no longer be the world reserve currency. But you're paying to own debt that pays you next to nothing in interest in the bond market. So you if you are in the bonds, you are a lender, right? But you get little to no interest. If you're in stocks, you do own a small percentage, right? So derivatives, you it's like a global casino that's keep going, right? When the sports stop due to a pandemic, right? They can only keep going, like, right. It's like a global casino, but it's just like sports. When it's a pandemic, it stops. And your savings accounts, you throw your money on the sidewalk and you step on it 200 times, and it pays more in entertainment value than a bank account would. So a savings account gives you no interest, no advantages. So you need to put your money in places that will grow, right? That will grow. So when would be the best time to cash out? When you start making big profits? It depends on what your philosophy is. Do you want to hold and be at the ground level of an upcoming currency for 2022? Or are you looking to cash out into a devaluating currency like cash is going to be done away with? So, what are you cashing out to? Now, if you're cashing out to assets like real estate, physical gold, and silver, then it's always a good time to do that now because you still have gold and silver at its all-time lows, right? You still have silver that's approximately $30 an ounce. If it's available, uh, silver was recently just sold out, right? Good morning on Periscope. And Cody said, this is why we're going back to Alaska. Never in history has it been cheaper to live in AK over most places in 48 states. Is Alaska cold though? It's Alaska. I guess you can deal with the weather, right? White Boy says if you want cheap houses that aren't picky, just move somewhere not too much populated. If you can work from home, anywhere populated is going to be pricey due to the low inventory, right? So, do you? I have the Queen of Silver report. I'm not, going to answer these questions about how much is silver, but I will direct you to resources if you want to know how much silver is and what dealers, online dealers that I purchase my silver from. You can go to my website at fixmycreditandcash.com, select Queen of Coins reports. You can get the Queen of Coins silver stacking report. Many are predicting, I'm just going to look for $100 an ounce silver right now, but many are predicting silver will go as high as $1,000 an ounce. I do believe that will come true. I don't know how long it would take to do that. So you can go to fixmycreditandcash.com. I also have the Queen of Crypto report, my 30-page report of the cryptocurrencies. There are over 8,400, over 8,000 cryptocurrencies. So you definitely want to know which cryptocurrencies will, because a lot of cryptocurrencies will go to zero. I'm just going to be honest, just like a lot of stocks are. So you need to know what cryptocurrencies will last, right, out of the 8,400, and which ones that's going to bring in this new world economy, or bring us into fourth industrial revolution, because we are definitely entering into the age of AI, machines and robots that's taking the jobs of humans, right? And so again, we have massive money printing, which always deflates or devalues the dollar, right? The more you give people free money, the less the dollar is worth. So, um, again, yes, will people be happy when Bitcoin hits 100K? Sure, right? But Bitcoin is an idea of ownership, right? And the point that's often missed in freedom. And so global citizens, right? If you got in, if you own any, right? Bitcoin is going to do nothing but appreciate in value. That's why I'm often confused when people ask me to cash out, unless they have some essential bills that they must pay, or they are currently cash poor, because we are still on the cash system, right? And I'm not saying that, this is going to be months down the road, but I'm telling you what we're going to experience in the United States. These months are going to pass by quick and speedily, because once we see the mass amount of people that will be evicted from their whatever they're renting, the mass amount of people in July that will lose homes, because the foreclosure moratoriums will end in July. This year, unfortunately, I wish I can tell you great news. It's going to be better than 2021, but it is great news for the people that's positioned, right? For the Great Reset. It is great news for people that have the right cryptocurrencies, that have the assets, that's building their cash instead of trying to save it. Because again, we're going to see a spike in these pricing soon, and people are going to realize within the next 2 or 3 months that the dollar is dead, and that they're going to lose faith in the dollar. So if you want to get both of those reports, again, you can go to fixmycreditandcash.com. Make sure when you order them in the Cash app that you put both your name and or just your email address, or you can just email me at ld@fixmycreditandcash.com a screenshot as proof of payment, because right now I only accept Cash App. So this is my email address as well, right? And you can go to fixmycreditandcash.com. Also, you can go to Cash on Crypto if you only want the cryptocurrency report, right? If you only want the cryptocurrency report, you can go to Cash on Crypto, and it's crypto with a K.com, and I can show you that report as well. Or I can show you that website. And there you go. Get the Cash to Crypto report. You click here for your copy. You can get that report as well. Please make sure when you click here for your copy that you add to cart, right? And when you proceed to check out, that your billing details, you complete all of these billing details. Because although you've completed your billing details, right, it will say order complete. But until that payment is processed through the Cash App, then your book will not be emailed to you. And also check your junk and your spam. So it will say order complete when you complete your billing details, but until the Cash App payment is processed and completed, right, then you will not get that book emailed back to you until the actual Cash App payment is processed. So I'm signing out. Just want to bring you all that updated news, right? Latoya says, if you cannot afford to invest in Bitcoins or Ethereum, can I still win with other altcoins? Yes, you can. Look on page 28. Those two altcoins you definitely can win with. On page 21, right? They're under $1 in most cases, under $50 in most cases. So look on pages 28, 21, and pages 30. You can still win with those. If the stock market crash, Bitcoin will most likely do the same, but Bitcoin will recover faster. Well, according to the Bitcoin halving, right, the month for Bitcoin will be April. So I'm not predicting that Bitcoin will do the same for the month of April. I do believe that Bitcoin moves closely with the S&P 500 report, right? So, you got whatever the S&P 500 do, Bitcoin often mimics that or mirrors that as well. But it's going to come a time that cryptocurrency and the stock market are going to be total disconnect, and cryptocurrency will rise on its own without the stock market. But the stock market will crash. It definitely will crash. And again, this is just mainly, especially for people to be aware of for their 401k and or pension purposes, right? So hello to you on Periscope. Rochelle, okay, getting the crypto report. So fill out those billing details and also process the payment. All right, you all, I'm signing out. Here's to your health and your wealth, your credit, crypto, and your cash flow, and your peace and your prosperity. Queen of Credit out. You all have a great, great Sunday.